Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69. How y'all doing tonight? Well, it's approximately around 10:30 p.m. on Friday night. October 25th, I think. I don't even know what the days are anymore. I'm just getting to the point where I don't really care about anything or anyone anymore, honestly. Every time I step outside of my door and listen to people talk or observe people, it drives me crazy. It drives me nuts because people are so complacent and people are just so focused on this election and all the crap that has been told to them via the TV, booby tubby. I'm over my job. Really, honestly. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful that I have a job so I can pay my bills. But at the same time, it's kind of like I can't stand liars. And I can't stand people that just use other people. And, like, I feel like I'm being used. You know, because, like, back in May. So May, June, July, August, September, October, 6 months ago. They asked me, basically was begging me to take the day shift. So I said, okay. Knowing I wasn't a morning person. But once I got used to it, I enjoyed it. Because I was getting more accomplished, more done with my life. Because even on my days off, I would get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. And get everything done. Get things done, you know. I was in bed by 9, 10 o'clock at night. Now, all this week I'm scheduled, like tomorrow I work 1 to 9. Sunday, 1 to 9. Off Monday. Tuesday, 1 to 9. Off Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, 2:30 to 10:30. Saturday, 1 to 9. I'm so over working weekends. I've been at this job for a little over a year, and I never get a weekend day off, except for once in a great moon, you know. Like last week, was my first Sunday off I've had in, I don't know how long. Probably since my birthday, because I think my birthday was on a Sunday this year. But yeah, I don't ever get weekends off. I only remember last Saturday I had off. And the only time I do get those days off is if I request them off. It's like they don't even want me getting a second job. Because they can't give me the hours. I mean, it's like, if I could get a second job to where I could get like a day shift job, and then tell my job that I can only work like 4 to 8 or 4 to 9. Work 20 hours a week doing that, like 4 to 9s, 5 days a week, or 4 days a week. Get 20 hours a week, and then work 20 hours at my other job. I don't know if the money would be more or if it'd be less. But because I work 1 to 9, I can't get a job before I go to work at 1. And I can't get a job after unless it's an overnight shift. And I'm not going to work all day, 1 to 9, and then go to work and work 8 hours, and get off at like 7 in the morning and have to turn back around and be at my job at 1 o'clock again. But yeah, they purposely put me back on mid shifts, I think, just so I couldn't go out and get another job. I'm tired of hearing about all the Trump-Harris crap. I'm tired of hearing about these stupid flipping wars over in other countries. We've got a war going on in our own damn country. We don't need to be flipping and helping anybody else out there. Sometimes I wonder if my heart's grown cold because I'm tired of trying, honestly, this is me. This is my real self. This is my real feelings. This is how I feel. I want to rant and rave. I want to bitch, moan, complain, even though I know it's just going to bring me more to bitch and moan and complain about. I know these things, okay? But at the same time, not everybody can be happy-go-lucky. Oh, life is great. Life is grand. Life is everything. It's so good. Da, 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 da. I can't be that way either every day out of the week. To me, that is fake. That is so fake. People that are living their best life and without a care in the world. And they act like they never, have any problems, issues, and their life is just so great and grandiose. Well, they're liars. And then all these Christians think Jesus is going to come back and rapture them up out of here. This sounds sad, but I'm going to be laughing my ass off when it don't happen. I'm going to be laughing my ass off once all this stuff starts popping off, and then because all the Christians think because Israel fired on Iran today and all that Israel-Iranian war is going on, all these people think that Jesus is getting closer. Jesus is going to come back. Jesus is going to save us. Jesus is going to take away the church. No, he's not. And do you really think God gives a shit anyway? Seriously, do you really think God gives a shit? If God gave a shit about any of this crap here on earth, and he loved us the way the Bible claims he loves us and all this crap, you think that we'd have any suffering here on earth? Do you think we would have children starving or children being raped and trafficked and unalived for other people's pleasure? If there really wasn't God that ran this show? People say, there's the New Age group, and then there's the people that I guess I've kind of dabbled in New Age, even though I don't consider it New Age. But I've dabbled in astrotheology. I've dabbled in, all sorts of things. The kingdoms within you, the third eye, all of that. And I just honestly don't believe that there would be a God out there that, would create us and then allow us to suffer. I don't get it. I mean, yeah, through suffering comes learning and stuff, but I'm sorry. Some of these things that are happening in this world are sickening. Downright sick. And people just allow it to happen. People are more concerned if Harris gets in office or if Trump gets in office. You know what? They're both corrupt. They're both evil. They're both following the same agenda. The goal is the same. The finish line is the same. The only difference is in the way they lead the people there. Agenda 2030 is all about depopulation. And I think they've already done a pretty damn good job of depopulating. They control the weather. They can manipulate the weather however they want. And they hit these areas where people aren't giving up their homes. They want the resources. And so, well, these people aren't selling to us. Let's wipe them out with a natural disaster. Or what they think is a natural disaster. Or what some people say, the wrath of God. Oh, America's Babylon. God's bringing his wrath on you. I'm just so sick of hearing it all, you know. I'm really this close. I'm really this close to turning my phone off completely and losing touch with everybody. Everybody that I'm friends with on Facebook, everybody that follows me here on YouTube, I feel like I'm getting ready to just cut them off. And nobody will ever see from me or hear from me again. Most people don't care if that happens anyway. Most people are too caught up in their own selves and their own selfish thinking and their own selfish goals and their own selfish whatevers. Too many people argue online over shit that doesn't matter. Too many people argue over online about stuff that doesn't even matter. You know? All I see out there is keyboard warriors. There's still people on YouTube that I have followed since 2009 off and on. Still preaching the same BS they were preaching 16 years ago. It's like, really? Maybe I should be the one to stand up. Maybe I should be the one to try to bring people together. But it ain't going to happen. But that's the only way anything's going to change is if we, the people, in all countries, it doesn't matter if we're in America, South America, Europe, Asia, Russia, Australia. It doesn't matter. We, the people of Earth, need to stand up against this corruption. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people here that like it that way. Even the normal people. Even the just citizens of America. There's some citizens out there that are just so deranged and sick in the head like our politicians are. You know? And I just had to release my frustrations with everything that's going on. I'm so sick of people always saying, spouting off that they want change, but they're not doing anything to change it. They're complying. They're complying with societal expectations and rules. Societal expectations tells every human that when they get old enough that they have to go work a job in order to pay their bills, in order to eat, in order to enjoy life. It's what we're taught from a young age, that that's what life turns out to be. Why? Why? Why are humans just so willing to let other people run their life? Like me, if I didn't have to work to pay bills, I wouldn't. Why? Why not? Why should I? You know, I mean, seriously, do people really get pleasure out of going and working for somebody else? But see, here's my problem. And then everybody's like, well, start your own business, Candy, or, whatever. Doing what? With what? With what money? I don't have no money to try to invest in anything, to even try to start my own business. Even if I was to say, start my own house cleaning business, because I clean houses, but it's hard work. Or even go be a window washer. I still have to buy the supplies to be able to do that. So I don't really even have any money to try to invest in myself. Vending machines. Vending machines is a good thing to get into if you have the money to go out and buy you the vending machines and then go out and buy the stuff to put in the vending machines. And if I had vending machines, my vending machines would not be stocked with chips and all that garbage that they call food. My vending machines would be stocked with things that would be healthy for the body and healthy for the mind. Power washing. That's a good thing, Heck, even getting some, what do you call it? Stencils. And going out and spray painting numbers of people's houses on their curb, so people can see. That's a good side gig to get into. But it's not, popular. It's not gonna make you enough of an income to support yourself. But yeah, I'm just over societal expectations, And I'm over the way corporations treat their employees. And I'm over the fact that humans all over the earth scream that they want change, scream that they want better life, scream that they don't want to be ruled by the government. But yet they don't ever stand up and try to organize and work in communities to build up community to where we could eventually have one big community that says, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore. And we all just stop. Do people even realize that corporations that run this place, there's only about 6 major corporations that own all the other corporations. There was this little corporation today, they make this energy drink. It's called Ghost Energy. Yeah, they just sold out to Dr. Pepper. They just sold their business to Dr. Pepper. So I guess for those people that work for Ghost, well, they sold their product to Dr. Pepper. But I'm sure they got a pretty good price for it. But that's no longer their corporation, And like PepsiCo, that's a major corporation. Tyson Foods. Even like people would think that PepsiCo and Tyson Foods and all these other like Kellogg's, General Mills, all these like brand names that are corporations aren't really owned by those folks. BlackRock, for instance, would own a whole bunch of those types of corporations. So the people that are BlackRock, they're the ones making all the money off of all these other corporations. It's all a trickle-down effect. It's all a money marketing scheme of somehow, some way. Like I said, if I didn't need money to live, I would have some land, and I would have a garden, and I'd have some chickens, so I'd have some eggs, and meat. I'd probably even own a cow or two. Get back to Mother Earth, get back to growing my own food, get back to, raising my own meat, my own food, growing my own food, and bending for myself, and then just trying to protect my property. But to me, that's just a pipe dream. I don't see how any of that is going to come to fruition. But it would be really nice to be able to have some land, and it just be my land, and me have like a little tiny house on that land, and and I would work the land, and I would do what I'd need to do if I didn't have to work a job to pay bills. If money wasn't an object, if money wasn't an issue, that's what I would do with my life. I would travel too. I would have my own little home base, and I would go on little short trips and short excursions where I might be gone, a day or two or three, or like an extended weekend or something. But I'd have to make sure everything was done at my home before I could leave. Or have somebody keep an eye on my place while I was gone, But that's all I want to do. I just want to be able to be self-sustainable without having to rely on others. And grow my own food and live my life without having to worry about what the government tells me I have to do or what I can't do. Like I said, I'm over society, and I don't really like society. I like other human beings, but I don't like what society's become. And I love my country, but I hate my government. So yeah, I guess this was a good night for Candy's ramblings, for her rant and rave, because it was something I definitely needed to get off my chest. Is anything going to change? No. But at least I got a little bit of pressure off of my heart and out of my head. And until the next time, I'm out.